Thank you for staying with us now. Joining us to look at another topic entirely, like I said, is Abraham Isaac, and we're looking at the audio released by the president yesterday in commemoration of the Sallah celebrations. It's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you.
Of course. Yeah. So, I mean, there's been a lot of furore online, offline, about the president's Sallah voice message to Nigerians. What do you think about it?
Well, to me, being the president, you're not just the president of the North or the Muslims, but then you're the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, coming to look at it, even if you're sending a message to Muslims in Nigeria, we have a lot of Igbo Muslims, we have a lot of Yoruba Muslims, we even have in the North Muslims that don't understand Hausa.
Like?
A lot. You go to, let's take for example, a typical Kanuri man in Borno State. A lot of them don't understand Hausa, and then you're sending a message to them in Hausa. It doesn't really commemorate. If at the end of the day we have someone like the Sultan of Sokoto, for instance, or let's say the Emir of Kano, giving that kind of message to Muslim faithfuls, it will be a different ballgame altogether, but not Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's why a lot of people are feeling they have been sidelined. And then at this point in time where we're sitting on like a hot keg of gunpowder, everybody is feeling marginalized and segregated, and everybody is feeling, I am not part of this federation. And then the president sending this. I don't think it's, the criticisms coming in, I think it's something the government and those that released that clip should look into. Because if you say you're releasing that kind of speech at this time, you make some people feel, okay, so I've been fighting for this and then I am right.
Well, speaking of those who feel marginalized, some say that they're just being overzealous because every region of this country is actually represented,
of course,
in the government. So, I mean, maybe that doesn't really hold water. But then, let's look at the fact that the president, I mean, freedom of speech.
Yes, freedom of speech, and then that is his region he's coming from, which is excusable. I don't have any issue with him speaking any dialect to pass message to anybody whenever he feels like he has freedom of speech, besides he's the president. But then at this moment, he has been away for how many days, and then you're sending this generally to Nigerians. I think the right thing to do is not to even speak at all for security's sake. Now, Nigerians will always speculate, Nigerians will always say stuff about the government. You go to social media right now, you go to even the print media, you will see different stories, different groups agitating and saying that they've been, whatever, the president did not do what was right. Now, I would prefer the speculation continue because we're already used to it in a way than you bringing this now and then, okay, fine, it's like people get ready and, you know. So it's really didn't augur well with me personally. And then if we're going to look deeper into it, I think there's an issue with the clip in itself. Because it's like you're giving someone a teleprompted message to read and then it doesn't just add up.
I mean, it's a norm anywhere in the world.
Wow. That's, being a norm does not mean you just do stuff for doing sake.
So, I mean, let's come back to the issue of, you said it was like a prompted speech.
Yes.
Why should you have an issue with a prompted speech?
Okay, knowing Buhari, so far you don't need to, anyone hears the voice, he knows that this is President Muhammadu Buhari speaking. Now, from the beginning you hear, Muhammadu Buhari and all that. Why reiterate the fact that this is you when we already know that this is your voice? And then from the way the whole thing is going, it's like it's an orchestrated thing. It has been like, it's not just a now thing, it has been a long time coming plan or whatever.
So you're questioning the authenticity?
Yes, I am questioning the authenticity of that tip. And then I'm questioning the legitimacy or the rationale behind releasing it in the first place. Because if you're releasing it to show that you're celebrating the Eid al-Fitr, it has scattered the whole notion of, in fact, to me, the aim has been defeated from the word go. Because you shouldn't have, if you know it's going to be this way.
Well, let's just wait and see. Hopefully the president will come back soon. Like you said, he's on medical vacation, which we all know, and hopefully he will be fine. And one day
personally, I've been praying for him to come back in good health and sound health, so that this whole thing will drop. And then, as they are saying, the cabal or whatever, the inner caucus around him and politicizing everything, I want to make Nigerians know one thing: it's not everything that we ought to politicize, because we're facing the same thing we faced in the case of Yaradua, and then it's so appalling that it's like nobody has learnt anything from that particular incident and how far we've gotten so far. Yaradua was sick. He was on medical leave in one of these, Saudi Arabia also. Good. Then we had the same story, things coming to us. And then of recent, it's even said that when his wife, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, went to see him in London, she didn't have a one-on-one meet with him.
That's speculation.
That's another speculation. So why not freeze or leave all the speculations to keep going rather than give something that will kind of create more disunity and more discord among the people? Because everyone right now is like, okay, what does he mean by speaking in Hausa and then just one particular thing? And then the Afenifere are saying that he has not addressed the main issue that is being said the nation is facing. The Ijo youths are saying there's no difference between him and Nnamdi Kanu. So what exactly are we talking about?
Well, we have to wait and see, but then we have to leave this conversation here. Isaac, Abraham, public analyst and social commentator, thanks for joining us on the program
It's
today.
A pleasure being here. Thank you very much for having me.
Of course. Well, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with some messages as well as the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. Stay with us.
This week's fifth most viewed video begins with the revelation that the leader of the Islamic movement of Nigeria is in a house with his family.
How many Nigerians know that Zaki Zaki is actually not in prison custody, no police custody, no SS custody?
Where is he?
Zaki is in a house, with his family.
My palate was quite titillated and titivated when I heard that the 8th Senate has finally passed not really the PIB, but the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill.
Up next is Patrick Obahiagbon's submission on the passage of the Petroleum Industry Bill. Third spot is taken by the video of an INEC official explaining the modalities to be followed before a senator can be recalled. The father of billionaire kidnapper Evans denying having contact with his son takes the second spot.
The highest money we collected is from First Tag, $1 million. From somebody even in First Tag. I want to go for pressure.
And the video of the police nabbing the kidnapped kingpin, Evans, in Lagos, takes the top spot.
Well, there you go. Those were the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. However, if the ones you were expecting to see didn't make the list, of course, just go to our YouTube channel. It's www.youtube.com/channelsweb. Watch the video, share with your friends, family, and foes if you like. But then, that's where we'll draw the curtains on this edition of the program. Thank you for joining us. I'm Victor Matthias, and also do remember the conversation continues via the social media addresses showing on your screen. Bye for now.